Here we go. Here we go, boys and girls and non-binary folk alike. Welcome back to 2024, and what an auspicious beginning to the year. The poor Japanese were going to the shrine, Marto and Tassie, and they were going to pray for good health and, of course, winning bets at the shrine. Unfortunately, they went back home and were rocked by a 7.7 fucking earthquake. Oh, unbelievably unlucky. And the poor bastards had all gone to the shrine to pray for a good year. It only lasted around 12 hours. Welcome to PaLTI, boys. It's been a long time, and I'm pretty up and about. We're back. Welcome to Tassie the Greek. Tassie later.
Welcome back. Good to be back. Great to be back. The pleasure is all yours, and I'm here for the Barny Familiar. So, yes, 2024, 7.7. I don't know if it was that big. It was closer to 7.
Oh.
But whilst we pray for the Japanese, and hopefully everything's okay, let's also pray for some of those. Let's pray for some of those people out in Miami, because they had a bit of an episode as well, didn't they?
Later, Tassie, later, mate.
Yes,
later.
I know that, but we'll pray for them. I just thought I'd just a little.
Yeah,
so nice
praying.
to see you boys.
Anyway,
as well.
boys.
Talking about praying, we welcome Marto from Fun Kings, the great man. Seriously, what did he do the other day, Taz, that sort of made us laugh? Where was he betting in the soccer? Like, fair dinkum, I've never heard of these teams. And I'm pretty about overall sports.
No.
And you're a soccer
coach. A world game.
I know. We're back at pre-season as well. It's all good and going good. We start practice matches next week. But Marto,
we don't really care about that test.
Marto is betting in terms of Uzbekistan.
I don't know.
Who was it, Marto?
Where were you betting, mate? You put up a thing the other day, and
I've been everywhere.
I don't.
I've been in Spain. I've been in Italy. I've been in England.
No. The names were very weird.
Where were you betting, Marto? I can't recall. I don't know. It could have been Uzbekistan Super League, or who knows? Kazakhstan. Borat's the manager.
Welcome to 2024. Borat's the manager. Anyway,
always trying to bet somewhere, boys.
Oh, Mr. Worldwide indeed. Episode 178. Marto catches fire. The Kickstarter. How good's the Kickstarter, boys?
Oh my God! I hope you got on the early price, boys and girls. $1.80, $1.75, and backed into $1.45. But one like $1.45 pub should just ran away from him and cruised to the line.
It was great to see Great Williams ride it like the best horse in the race. I was a little bit worried around the 600 when they were taking it on, but it just got a second wind and
it took a little while to wind up.
And see you later.
Yep.
So Marto, last week Spywire, his Kickstarter, massive price. I think about $1. I think we could have got $1.65, Marto, couldn't we? And Built
jumped on early, yeah. I said it. Built was another one. Yes, that was another one that came through for the day. That was better. It was $3.10.
Yeah,
that was a nice little price.
The Chocky Wheel was fun.
Best of the day.
Tassie. Trapeze Warrior. I'm sorry to say, mate.
Yeah, Trapeze Warrior was. It was. It was actually its worst run of its career. Consider it's only had 2.
Yes.
So you are right. yeah, that is 100% right. I don't know.
Got a little way to go to catch his brother, though, didn't he?
Of course it has. But Trapeze Arts. But look, having said that, I haven't put him in the bin yet.
Oh,
but it was disappointing. Maybe it was on the fence. Maybe the conditions didn't suit. Maybe he's a bit too much hyped up. Maybe he needs to grow.
The fence was really good in the early part of the program. The fence was where you'd want it to be, but by about race 5,
it faded late though, didn't it?
Yeah. Stay focused.
The single one was pretty good.
Trapeze. Yeah.
Good win on debut.
Yeah, it was a good win.
Ran away from the $1.5 million bot Waterhouse horse. So really good.
Very attractive price on yours too,
$250,000 it cost. So a bit of a price at Bennett, but he's up in the Magic Millions going berserk actually. He just bought a horse that looks like the Golden Hour. It looks like one of those gold and silver horses, Tassie. So I think it's going to have a fair social media type, a big cult from Old Regret.
Yeah, cool. One of the tragic stories I remember from the Magic Millions sales is someone paid $5 million for a horse once.
Yeah.
And the first trial, it broke his leg. They had to put it down.
Oh, shit.
And then there was a big fight over who actually owned the horse because money hadn't exchanged hands yet. And there was no insurance for the poor thing either. So that's $5 million gone. The first trial.
That sounds like a bit of a PaLTI problem there. What about, we'll just send it to, Marto, you remember Mickey Thompson, don't you? Tomo?
I know the name. Yeah.
Tomo used to work up the casino in Cairns. He sent me a message on Saturday. He had every runner in the third leg or the second leg of the quaddie.
Oh, is that the quaddie?
Except one. And, of course, the 14 blouses him. And he reckons he had it for around 72%, and it paid $7,000. He goes, I could have used that.
Yeah.
But spring league.
Couldn't you have chopped out?
Hey?
Well, he actually advised one of the twins. He said, I've got every horse in this leg except the 14. So if you want to get on something,
jump on.
Take that one.
Yeah.
And of course, that was the one that won.
Oh, mate, ran over the top. Bloody blowout, like brilliant.
Yeah.
You chopped out.
I was going to say, spring league for Barny Baker looked above average, but I tell you what, how good does Shuck N look? Shaken. Wow. What a battler. Has that come back with a bit of form?
Yes. Absolutely. It's back. Well and truly.
And I was thinking it can't run on a good track. Holy shit.
No, we thought it was a wet track. You're right.
Yeah. We'd like to shout out the Bet Galaxy again. Hopefully the autumn carnival is coming soon, Taz. We're going to have a bit of an idea about what we're doing. Hopefully, obviously with the spring carnival, we had a few competitions, and I'm sure they're going to be back with us. Bet Galaxy, thank you very much for continued support.
Not that far away.
That's
7
it.
weeks. Okay.
I bet you he's upgraded though. I reckon Lukey doesn't drop because that looks like a bit of a Kingston Ute.
It does look like a Kingston Ute. Yes.
That's a bit.
I reckon it's got a statesman
wouldn't surprise
front.
me now if he's. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he's upgraded now though, and he's got like nice big Ranger 4x4 because of the amount of crayfish that man catches.
Yeah.
Seriously, unbelievable, Luke. Seriously, how high is your cholesterol? Because crustaceans are very high for your cholesterol.
I've got to say, we better shout out Lukey Mullen, our mad mate from the West. And I'm saying mad in a good way. Like he's mad as a cut snake. But, who doesn't love a mad mate? And Lukey, we salute you. Happy birthday, big dog. I know every year it's a miracle to make another one. Well done, mate, for staying above ground this long. And great to see his beautiful missus from Ireland. She was taking a few Christmas shots over Christmas, and I'm mates with him on Facebook. And there he is. He's just fucking in a chair, looked like a fucking zombie. He's just spasticated. It was magnificent. One of the best photos.
Oh, he's having a good time.
Good on you, Lukey. Happy birthday. And, of course, happy birthday to another Capricorn legend, Razor.
That's right.
Stephen Harney. Well
That's
done,
it.
mate. Spicy Marge.
Yes, had a birthday the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tell me the guy doesn't mind a cocktail the size of a fish bowl.
Oh.
I don't know if you saw that picture that they had because he's sitting by the pool. Fancy looking. Seriously, he had it. That was like a gallon. It was like that.
Mate,
one of those,
and
then you're in a little coma.
Spicy Marks,
on top of the ground.
How good is that? Spicy, bang, bang, bang.
On top of the ground, $5 a place.
Paid off.
Unbelievable. And hopefully next year, fingers crossed, all going well. Should be running in the Magic Millions and the Fillies and Bears for $1 million next year. But we're just going to get the 1,400. Gold Coast, race 2, number 9. 2 Darn Lizzie, Marto. Take it away.
Kickstarter. 2 Darn Lizzie. This is a half to one that's going to be running in the Magic Millions. 2-year-old race, Arabian Summer. Same father, 2 Darn Hot, is an Irish champion over these sort of trips. And I'm not worried about the weather conditions because 2 Darn Hot won on the sand. He won on the good. He won on a slow. And he won on a dead track. He won Group 1s. He won Group 2s. And the dam for 2 Darn Lizzie is actually Enbahar, which actually won the Group 2 Blue Diamond Prelude. So very, very good breeding here. Speedy horse. It's listed as a back marker, but Tim Clark jumped on for Waterhouse Bot in the trial, and they took a little sit. And when he pressed the button, this thing went go. He won by about 4.5 lengths in its trial. She is ready to go, as much as a 2-year-old can. We know they can race green, but this is a very, very good bet early, I think.
Okay. Wow, Marto's done his homework there.
Nice. He's done a lot of homework. I'm just going to keep mine really simple.
Oh, really?
Do you want a horse? Yeah. Do you want a horse leading, or do you want a horse chasing?
Oh.
Because Golden Crusader is going to jump. It's going to lead. There's not much pace in it. And Aruga Mama, who's coming over from South Australia with some good form, mind you, I think it's chasing 4 or 5 in a row, is going to be chasing. I'm going to take the $4 rather than taking the $1.50. I think that we get the sectionals and we win. And Aruga Mama brings good South Australian form to Flemington to run second.
Well, there we go. Whitley Prunella there in the race number 2. And I'm sticking with Tassie too. I'm going to, it's not Geelong, it's actually Flemington. I'll fix that. Flemington, race 1, number 5. What a great name for Mr. Barnes. Barney's old man. He loves a Z horse. The zesty man.
That horse.
And that's what reminds me of Barney. He is full of zest, like as in piss, as in alcohol. Zesty man. The reason why I'm backing this, Marto, Taz, very simple. 2 of the better horses in the race are scratched. So I thought, wow, the zesty man, if I think I've got it on top, and then the 2 main dangers are scratched, it's only a field of 5. $3.20 I've jumped on there. Because I reckon it's going to jump a lot.
$3.20 in a field of 5.
Yeah. Well, there's another
good price.
There's another $3 favourite in it as well, but not as good as this. It's had 2 trials, brained them under a rock hold. Lukey Curry takes a sit for the Hayes boys, the most beautiful boys in Australian race. Wow,
they're on fire.
And look at
they are on fire.
Like, how does it?
I think the price comes in now because the whole Barnes family and their generation, the whole lot of them, they're all on it. I mean, the whole, what do they call the Amish? The whole Barnes Amish, because they do. The
Amish. They'll be photo of Barney just saying the Amish. Holy, he's got a fair dinkum look going on at the moment. Just picture a very ginger, balding, sort of slobbishly potato-like man with a scraggly Amish beard. It's not a real good look, but I love the man. I love the great man. It's happy birthday to Barney on the 18th, another Capricorn legend.
Oh, another one. Geez, how many do we know?
Well, Pezza's tomorrow.
Capricorns. It's your birthday tomorrow as well. You're another Capricorn.
Of course. We all stick together. In Japanese, we call them Yagiza, the goats. The goat star.
Oh, so you and Jace both the same year as well, or not?
Yeah, same year, same kindergarten, same everything. We are joined at the
So when he looks at your parents, when you guys were younger and you used to look at his, did you used to think, hey, you guys were probably shagging on the same night in different houses?
Yeah, I never thought of that. Hey? They would have been close, wouldn't they?
They would have been very
close.
Geelong would have been rocking. Geelong would have been rocking.
I tell you what, might have been the car keys and the ashtray.
Well, got them mixed up.
Magic Millions. Magic Millions.
They stayed on the Gold Coast.
Big race, the 2-year-old classic. Massive amount of money. All you got to do is buy a horse at the Magic Millions to be qualified to race for the Magic Millions. How good's that? Storm Boy's taken all before him, Marto.
He has. It's going to be hard to beat. Query about the barrier 10 and the track conditions, though. But he is a very, very classy horse.
All of the really sort of good chances in this race are drawn a bit wide.
Yeah, I'm actually going a little bit away from the favourites in this one when we get there.
Okay.
Thoughts? I think that it's going to be a race in two fields. And it's just going to be, it's either going to be a group of 3 or 4 that just break away and just tear it to bits. And everything's behind.
Well,
or
that's going to happen.
I would love to see, it is. But what I would love to see is a swooper. Just let the favourites get out the front, let the speed battle happen, and bring on a swooper. That's what I'd love to see.
I know what your swooper is already.
Yeah, I've got that one, and there's probably. Yeah, there's that one, but I've got another one up my sleeve as well.
Oh, really? Well,
it's going to be a ripper race.
The time is now to talk about it, Mark.
The time is now.
Let's do it.
The other swooper, okay.
Well, Parkour is a very
Oh,
Parkour's the main one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the Blue Battler.
Yes.
Yeah, the Blue Battler. Because look, it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's drawn right out the outside, but if it takes its medicine, it goes
she has
back.
to take him back.
Yeah.
Well, but she always races back. It's not a horse that comes forward.
No, that's what I'm saying. They don't have an option to go forward because they're drawn out wide. Jamie Carr's going to have to go back and take a sit, like you said, and be swooping late.
100%.
But even in its previous races, though, Marto, my point is, when you say it doesn't have an option, it's never raced to go forward. No. So it's going to suit its racing pattern.
I'm supporting your argument for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay. But I reckon that's I think that of the favoured types, and you boys know how much I love an Arabian summer.
Yeah, you chose
that's the one I think that can
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, I reckon it's the one that probably gets a good map, but again, Spywire and what's the other one? Bloody the top two. Stormboy. Who knows? Who knows? It's I reckon you could box 7 in a trifecta and still miss it and get second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, so to speak. Very tough race. Very good race.
Usually a roughie will fill a place. Something just jumps out of the ground.
Yep.
It gets to the 1200 finally. Like a Queensland local horse will probably fill a place at around 10, 15.
Like a poster girl.
Yeah. But for me, I think Arabian Summer Map's the best because Stormboy and Spywire, they're just going to run across and try to lead, surely. There's 5 leaders in the race.
Spywire gets the worst run. I think Spywire gets the worst of it. Yeah. He will probably come in and try and trail Stormboy, but both of them are going to be rooted at the end because of the work they have to do early. Like you said, there's probably as many as 4 or 5 leaders in this race that want to be forward, and 2 or 3 of them are drawn low, so they've got nothing to do early.
And you know what you're going to do if you're 100 to 1 or 150 to 1, right? And you've got no chance whatsoever. You're just going to run like a scalded cat and try to hang on.
That's right. And try to hang on.
Get the lead and hope you can hang on for a place.
It happens every year. There's always something that just goes off. So I think Stormboy and Spywire, Stormboy's taken all before it in Sydney. Spywire looked $1 million under Craig Williams' guidance last week. I'm not sure where's
but again, what did they beat?
Where's Craig? He's been in Brisbane the last 2 weeks, and I don't know. I don't know where Craig is. Where's Craig? Strange.
I don't know. Did he?
Interesting question.
He's not in Ukraine again.
He might be over in the Ukraine giving out a few pencils or stuff. I don't know. But good on him. Anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't have a ride. I'm not sure. Interesting.
Look, one that you mentioned earlier, Highness. I don't mind Highness in this race. Again, like I said, away a little bit from the favourites, but it's still in the money. I think it was a very, very good run, and Tommy Berry's followed it up for the Freedmans. For Michael Freedman, and it's run on a wet track. It's trialled on a wet track, so
the Freedman stable.
I don't mind his chances. Low, it's going to be right in behind the pace while the rest are working hard, and they'll be off the bit the last 200, 300, and I think Highness will be there ready to go.
Yeah,
it's a good race.
Yeah.
I reckon Pezza, we could go through a lot of them, and I reckon because you pretty much know all of them, I reckon you could make a case for every single horse. I mean, I reckon I can make a case for probably 6 or 7, but I reckon you can make a case for every single horse. And there's 200 to 1 here, but you can still make a case for it.
On exposed form, who doesn't like a who doesn't like a Jenny horse coming off a maiden win in country Victoria, going straight?
Yeah, that's right.
$3 million rate. Like who doesn't like Jenny's Meadow? Fucking hell!
No, lovely, the purple colours too.
Yeah. Now
I've only got 4 or 5 Mashanis in there to cause a bit of trouble too.
What's that, mate?
You got 4 or 5 Mashanis in there that are going to cause a bit of trouble. You think they're not going to be working together? They reach 150 to 1.
Yeah. Lexi Ross.
Yep.
The Phantom is back. I tell you what, Venom's throwing a bit of venom on the PaLTI page. Please like and subscribe.
I have been.
Get over there because Tassie's not letting the Phantom off the hook. Pezza's paunch was no good. Marto's Mendacious wasn't bad for a week, but the Phantom's back. He's hit 2 quaddies in a row. The great man. He's hit the 2 July. He's hit a Geelong quaddie, and what was the race before that? Was it at the Valley?
It was at the Valley, and I think between the two, he's won $3.
But Unfortunately, Taz has thrown a bit of shade at the fan. He's not too happy about that. He's off his snake suit.
No, I'm not.
Because Taz reckons
I am, because
in a shorter way home.
Yeah, well, the thing is, when the Phantom first came onto the show, and if he's watching the show, I want him to hear it out, and don't send me a private message saying I'm a sook, all right? But if you're there, this is directed at you, Mr. Phantom, and you know what your real name is, and we do too. But you used to go skinny,
I just
mate,
wonder,
and
is
now
the Phantom
you're going
Brian?
bigger than me.
Is the Phantom Brian? He doesn't want to throw a bit of shade at Marto either. Brian does, Marto.
He's gone
throws it
quiet
around.
though, hasn't he?
Brian told us.
He's
Yeah, he
gone
might be on
quiet. He hasn't been
holidays.
on the page.
Anyway, the Phantom's gone 5, 8,
might be.
12, 15 in the first leg. Pretty tough start. The Standish is the second leg. That's what we're taking a quick look at. The astrologist, Mr. Worldwide, the astrologist is Marto for better racing. 1, 2, and 4.
Oh, yeah.
How do you pronounce that, Marto? Holy shit.
Which one?
Ripper.
A shrimper?
Ripper. Not sure.
Goes
Ripper.
good though. Brings some
She's
South
a ripper.
Australian form.
Well,
let's rename it. She's a ripper.
It's going well, this prep, isn't it? But how good does it look? And it's a $2 favourite. So is current.
Yeah, it's the Adelaide form stand up.
Shitty field.
7 horses in a Standish. Seriously, years ago, this used to be like this time of year the gun sprint race. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And now 7 horses. Poland, Snapper, Crosshaven.
Aaron.
Seriously. Well, I reckon Curran can win, actually, to be honest.
It'd be interesting to see astrologist back on its favourite track.
Yeah, well, you'd be all over the astrologist.
Yeah, 3, 4, 7, and 9 in the next. And of course, the last leg, 1, 4, 6, 8, and 10. It's got a bit wide. $22 at 10%. It's okay. But anyway, Gold Coast is where the money is. If you get the Gold Coast quaddie this week, you might be able to afford a trip up to Cairns, but you won't be able to go to Port Douglas or past Port Douglas. Is that right, Marto? Because the Australians.
That's right. The landslide's still blocking the highway. They've got trees and rocks and mudslides still across the road. They haven't fixed it up yet.
Can you imagine the Aussies?
Slack to get moving up here.
Can you imagine the Aussies before Christmas? Like, I don't know if we'll get this open. New Year's.
No, they're saying January 16. So that's going to be 4 weeks since it happened.
Mate, there was a fucking sinkhole over here in Fukuoka, mate. And within 48 hours, it was fixed. There was a massive sinkhole where the subway collapsed. The whole fucking road fell in. And they fixed it within 48 hours. And they're all bowing, apologising for the inconvenience. What about those poor Boston Gorge or whatever? Fucking hell.
Yeah, if only we had the same work ethic up here, eh?
Well, you never know. Anyway, 1, 2, 3.
You're not as bad as Northern Territory.
That's our Magic Man's leg. 1, 2, 9, and 10. That's a tough race, a 3-year-old classic. We got the cup in the 2, 3, 5, and 7. And the last leg, 1, 3, 13, and 14. Wow, away.
Yeah.
How much is he charged? $16, 5%.
What's that? 320 combinations.
It's
all right.
20 combinations. All right. Yeah. Well, if you go, you're going to probably get 10 to 1 or better.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you go full price.
I agree.
Oh, you'd have to think so. It's going to be hard. You find one winner on the Gold Coast and you're in front, I reckon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because you're racing around for 30 grand, right? 30 grand on a Saturday, right? In winter racing, yeah?
Yep.
And you're going up racing. Every race up there, except for the first 3 maidens, they're all worth $1 million or more. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, well, Pezza, it's interesting because we've got a guy at the club who's a part owner of is it Royal Merchant? Is that the one in the last race, the top weight?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's 1,300. It's drawn a really nice barrier, and that's why they're racing it.
Right.
If it had drawn any other, so they're not going up there with the expectations of punting it. But for $1 million, even if the horse is 90% right, even if the horse is 90% right, who needs to punt a horse when, as an ownership group, you stand to win $1 million?
That's right.
Yeah.
100%.
So good luck to all the owners up there.
Yeah, good luck to all the owners. and a very good. It's a great idea, great marketing from Magic Millions, because obviously it's now the second premier sale in Australia. Of course you can't beat the Sydney, blah blah blah, whatever it is, the massive.
I think there was one today that went over 1.4 mil.
Yeah.
An extreme choice or something.
They got 2.1 today. They got a Colt. 2.
Is that for the extreme choice thing?
Yeah.
Extreme choice, was it? Is that the one?
I don't know. But
I was listening to it on SEN. 1.3. You can't even understand what this guy's saying. It sounds like a yodeling competition with a number in it.
Talking about people you can't understand what they're saying. Marto, meat and 2 veg.
Hello.
Number 7, Mrs. Chrissy.
Mrs. Chrissy. This is one that is on the up. Mara Eustace horse absolutely bolted in last start at Caulfield. She's mostly touched the wet tracks, but she has won on a good track. It was a last-minute decision to bring her up to Sydney because I think Rosehill's going to be playing leaderish for the day. Right. Rosehill rail is true, and Rosehill loves leaders, and that's exactly where Mrs. Christie's going to be. She's still got to tick the 1,200-metre box, but she has run second twice. And who we got? Regan Bayliss is on for instead of Carleen Hempel. She hasn't followed him up, but he can ride. He rides Rosehill very well. Actually, he's got a very good strike rate at Rosehill. I like this one. Drawn to barrier 3, does no work early. Will be up on the speed, and like I said, Rosehill will be playing leaderish. I like it.
Yeah. Sorry, boys. I should have the. It doesn't have to beat many, does it? Does?
No, just either or, Winning Verse, Diamond Dealer, $1 Billion Baby, Bubba's Baby, Afterlife.
I'll be worried about Kitty Chat myself.
To be
Kitty
honest,
Chat is the one I'm worried about.
I'll be honest with you. It's not a race that I wanted to play in. No. Afterlight's the only horse that's cost me money in this race, and I like watching races where they don't owe me. So Marto, I hope it wins. I'll put it in my exotics.
Yep.
I'll put it in my Yankee. But I probably won't go out and back it hard. The best way to put it. I hope it wins for you.
The fifth start, Flemington, 7, number 5, the first leg of the quaddie. The Phantom's all over it.
The first leg.
Green belts.
Yeah, well, that's why I was having a bit of a dig at the Phantom. Look, this horse has won first up, both it starts over, I think, a mile. Then last spring went up to Queensland in a stakes race, ran third. Been tucked away, put away.
Yes.
Look, Celine Gaudry takes the claim. The way I see it is it's real simple. And I've written it down. Really simple.
Okay.
Gets the claim, gets the nice draw, should be ready, maps for a good run. Can't see why it just doesn't win.
Yep.
That's it. The punch horse is the danger, but I really think this horse has got a lot of upside.
Daniel Moore's been riding.
Take it as your ankle.
Daniel Moore's been riding like me recently. He can't win at all. Like, he's horrible.
No.
So he's on like the sort of equal favourite on Punch Lane. But, if it was Damien Lane on Punch Lane, I'd be a bit excited. But Daniel Moore,
look, Punch Lane is probably going to be stalking Greenbelt, but I just think, Punch Lane's on the outside. It's drawn a bad barrier. We get the good barrier. We get the good run. We've got the claim. We're proven over this distance. I mean, I think it's 1,600 first up. We're proven over that, or it's 1,400 actually. Yep. We won a trial. It just looks the goods for me. So Phantom, one out, mate.
A lot of ticks, didn't it?
Yep.
A lot of ticks.
Yeah, I don't mind El Rocco as a bit of an each way bet back at Flemington's favourite Charak. So
I looked at it too.
Arlene and Celine, how good are they going at the moment? Gee whiz, dominating.
They are. They're riding well. Jamie who?
Jamie. Interesting. Now, Pezza's going his favourite horse in the world at the moment. I've had 3 bets on this horse, Taz. How many wins?
3.
Yes. Boom. Now, this horse is actually qualified for the Magic Million 3-year-old and up. It's gone from a Newcastle maiden to a Wagga Class 1, a BM64, and then it just brained him in a class above Sydney at Randwick 2 weeks ago. And the bowler looks like it's coming off the long run. They're going for the mill. I love progressive horses. I love the story. I love an unbeaten horse. I love JC Collett because he's a madman. He goes where angels fear to tread. And I tell you what, he has to from barrier 17. He's going to give him one of the best rides you've ever seen. And I tell you what, with 300 to go, if the bowler finds a bit of air, watch out. It's going to be like a Mitchie Stark lightning bolt.
The barrier is not that much of a the barrier is not that much of a problem because it can sort of race off the speed. So he's only just got to get it out and think, okay, where do I want to sit? Where do I want to sit this horse? And how do I want to save some energy? And then once I'm out,
three wide with cover, I'm okay because it's a massive field.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think Collett will find a spot 3 wide with cover in this sort of field from 17, and that's perfect for him.
Yep. And Marto, one of your favourites, VC, really good in Melbourne first up, going up there again to win the $1 million. But Sydney,
but hasn't come up in my numbers.
Yeah, there you go. Rightio. What a tough race!
Hasn't come up in my
horrible race.
Oh, it's a ripper race.
Too many ghosts for me.
Race.
Too many ghosts. There's millions of these that I've backed before. Cries is one of them. Of course, we're talking about Flying Trapeze before, big boy. No, we weren't.
Yeah,
about
no, but it's a similar bloodlines.
You got the Cairns Lotto winner going back down to the Magic Millions Carnival with Sobrato.
That's right. Infatuation, Johnny Baker and Jay Carr. The King, I was on it 2 starts ago when that one. Holy shit, this is a horrible race. But I tell you what, the Sydney
Defiant Spirit, Pezza. You've got plenty. This is Pezza versus Pezza.
I'm going to be Benny 17 bets in this race. Benny 17 bets.
Dutch him up and take 50%.
106.40 gets us away if we all line up, which we're a chance because the Kickstarter's on fire.
Right.
Now, Tassie, before we go, Aliens are waiting.
Yes. Well, it's interesting, but right across social media, it's just been going crazy that in Miami, that supposedly, and I'm only talking about supposedly, there were some young youths. Yeah, but there were young youths that were fighting. So when young youths are fighting in a mall, right, with sticks and stones, what you do is you shut down all the flights, for 3 hours, so no aeroplanes. You make sure that every single law enforcement policeman available gets to the mall.
Yeah.
And then you make sure that the police make sure that they scan and check everyone's phones before they leave. There's no footage of any fight.
Yeah.
There's all the CCTV cameras and stuff that are in that mall. No footage has been released of that. And yet there's a couple of people that are that are saying there were 10-foot aliens. Now, the theory behind it is if you put in the coordinates,
you've got 1 minute.
If you flip them, you end up in the Antarctica. Anyway, do you believe in aliens? Who knows? There's a theory. Get out and watch it.
Aliens,
and
Marto,
if you're not watching it, back a horse.
We're under a minute to go. Jamie Carr, is she back?
Is she back? Well, according to her, she is. She's got a big weekend. She's got rides this weekend, and then she's off to Hong Kong.
Gee, she was very good on Contemporary 2 weeks ago. It was the Jamie of old, weaving and winding through, coming from last.
Yeah, we saw some flashes of brilliance. Yes, definitely.
Is she back, Tassie?
She is, and so too will Alana Kelly.
All right, boys and girls, thank you. Welcome back to PaLTI. Please like and subscribe. Get on. Hooroo!
Good on you, legends.
Thanks, fellas. Have a nice weekend.
See ya.